To the phones we go for a, what day is it? It is a Wednesday. It's Alex Belfield here at The Voice of Reason. Let's see who's calling and try line 457. You must be listening on time. We do not have time, by the way, for fartheads here. This is the phone-in that everybody's talking about. We are on Friday. We're going to be live at the Rayton Arena. So that's going to be fun. I can't wait for that. And we will be there with Miss Hopkins slapping it on the table and doing the do, which is not easy at my time of life. Let's try line 652. Hello, who's calling?
Hello, it's Matthew.
Hello, Matthew. What can I do for you, sir?
Well, nice to be back on again. You did have me on once before, and I'm a big believer in the show. I'm a subscriber to the Secret VOR.
Isn't it fun? I mean, just for those at YouTube, and by the way, I know not everybody can afford £1 a week, and we do. We are. I'm trying to do as much material which is delayed. Secret VOR get it first, and then we do what we can for YouTube. I'm not on YouTube because I don't want to be. I'm not on it because of the saboteurs and Ben Ellery and the Times, and they're going to keep coming because they want to shut me up and teach me a lesson. It's going well so far, but my God, to have the freedom not to have to use euphemisms and to talk about the jab and talk about the WEF and the WHO, it is thrilling, isn't it? And the news this morning, I think, was 10 minutes or so. We're having so much fun, and I'm able to be me, first time in my career, not edited. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I was just ringing up about the Doctor Who thing. I think this is absolutely disgraceful that they're not representing people properly, Alex. And I just thought that maybe they should think about the poor sort of blind people that are not being represented. And I think the next Doctor Who should be at least blind, maybe deaf, paraplegic. Maybe have some Down syndrome.
The biggest minority in this country is disabled people, and they are the least represented at the BBC. We don't like awkward people. They used to call them spaz in the old days, and spastic is a line in a musical, actually, that was taken out in the West End. But thickos don't realise what spastic meant was bendy, and that describes their condition, that they are bendy. And we need more bendy people. There's a Rosie, whatever her name is, who's bendy. She talks about herself being that, bendy. And it's a bit awkward, but you can't have it both ways. You can't be looking for a 0.3% minority of trans people to represent, but ignore the 20+% disabled people in this country who you don't want to represent because it's a bit awkward and it takes them a bit more time. You see, I'm an angel because I'm a carer. That was my job during the lockdown, to look after a silly old fart, my Auntie Dorothy, and I am a friend of Dorothy's. Dorothy has got MS, multiple sclerosis, and we now have to have care, which is now £1,245 a week. And this country would rather look after a 0.3% minority of trans than a 20+% minority, which is in fact a fifth of the country, who are not well, disabled, need help or care. I think it's a fucking outrage, sir.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and regarding, them being black, I think that's not good enough. I think there should be more than one race at one time because the Doctor can regenerate. So I think he should at least be an Asian face, Asian head on a black body, maybe with African American feet. I don't know what you think about that.
Yes, with prawn clackers as hands, just so we get the whole BAME thing in. Because as we know, they've had to get rid of BAME because it was unfortunate, you see. We only mean black because the Asian minority and ethnics are some of the richest, most powerful, brilliant people in the country, keeping the NHS going and doctor surgeries across the country. We mustn't include the Chinese. They're the richest in Britain. And as we know, who are the least likely to succeed? Who are the least privileged? Working class white boys. But we don't want to talk about that because we must talk about black people like little Priscilla Colours. I think that's her name, from BLM, Buying Large Mansions, who tomorrow I reveal in an exclusive video, I think gave 1.7 million to companies of her family and gave a salary of $840,000 to her son, and now has 4 mansions on the back of BLM, Buying Large Mansions. I would say that was a cockamamie scheme and she should go to prison.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, one final thing, when I think about it, I think Doctor Who being gay, that's a bit unfair as well. There are far...
He's queer, sir. Not gay. Sir, don't be racist. Don't be racist for homosexuals.
I can say this because I'm gay. I can say it, Alex.
Queer,
I can say it because I'm gay. All right.
No, he's queer, not gay. He's not gay. He's queer, sir. Are you a homosexual?
I am.
What's
sir.
the difference? Yeah. This sounds like a joke, but it's not. What's the difference between a queer and a gay? And I'm not being derogarizing the gays, the homosexualists. I'm asking, what is the difference between queer and gay?
Probably about 2 inches.
Very good. Isn't that the old joke about what's the difference between a straight man and a bisexual? 2 pints, isn't it? Something like.
Yeah. But I think making him a trans queer person is over-representation of those. There's far more minorities that need to be represented. So I think Doctor Who should be furry.
Furry, what a good idea. I had a tweet today from somebody who was in my audience who's a naturist, and they were thanking me, and their profile is unfortunately private, so I can't show it. But they had a lovely time, and they're from a naturist. I'm not going to give their thing, but they're called a naturist couple. Alex, just wanted to thank you for the excellent show on Sunday in Blackpool. Lovely to see you and Katie on stage. Just wish we'd have met you both for a brief chat. They were too busy shagging, I'm sure, by the end. You've helped strengthen our resolve and fight against the greater fight. I want to thank you for all the help and kindness you've given. We both, along with 2 sexy ladies, went to the Rotunda in Birmingham, which you reviewed years ago in the Penthouse, and they sent me a picture. I can't show. Let me. No, I can't. I won't even risk it. It is. My life is so extraordinary. Have you ever done swinging, sir, or anything like naturism, nudism, swinging, anything like that?
I have been in a sauna in Sweden where the males and the females go in together, and they don't really bat an eyelid about it.
Well, that sounds mildly erotic
mind.
if you don't mind me saying, but the problem is with my half an inch and a dozen wrinkles, would people laugh? That's what I want to know. Was there any judgment over the smaller ones against the palatial ones like yours?
No, because I was not the smallest in the room, so I think they were just looking at that guy, not me.
And as a homosexual, if you were to see me in a sauna in Sweden, maybe singing something like, "Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing, thanks dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17, singing all the greatest songs of Benny and Bjork. I'm wondering, would you be disappointed if you saw my little button mushroom strapped to a little ginger ball sack?
Well, I wonder if I'd recognize you from behind, Alex.
I would have to be the train, not the tunnel. I'm not kidding you, sir. I've thought about this a lot. I am up for anything, but that is definitely an exit.
They're fed up of my gayness now, Alex. You better move on, I think.
Do you actually do that, Bottom?
In the chat.
I don't like it. I've got to be honest with you. I had a terrible incident once with a piece of sweet corn. I'm going to have to dash. Thank you, sir. Goodbye.
See you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's worse than Katie Hopkins' Fanny. 0330-088-9337. Hello, who's calling, please?
Oh, hello, Alex. It's Dave from Leicester.
Dave, save me from these homosexuals talking about bottom fun and hemorrhoid harassing. This is not good for a phone-in.
Listen, we talked about this last time. I'm not a tunnel and I'm not a train. I want to stay out of that one.
Okay, very good. You can be the conductor.
Anyway, this MP, I looked up earlier, the baby of Parliament.